of the 2024 governorship election in Edo State in South Nigeria, an epic battle seems to be brewing in the state between Governor Godwin Obaseki and his deputy, Philip Shaibu. While the cloud is gathering and with observers not sure what would follow next, Shaibu has even taken to the court to seek protection from possible impeachment and removal from office by his principal. Shaibu had approached the Federal High Court in Abuja to stop an alleged impeachment plan by his principal, which has been denied by Obaseki. Joining us now is Dr. Don Pedro Obaseki, an indigen of Edo State and former presidential consultant on media to the People's Democratic Party presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar in the 2023 elections. Good morning, Dr. Pedro Obaseki, and welcome to the morning show.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Morning, Pedro.
Good morning, Doki.
Yes. How did a trailer pass, as they say in popular parlance, between Shaibu, deputy governor, and his boss, Governor Obaseki? And I want you to be fair.
I'll be fair.
I know Obaseki is your cousin, yes. So you are an interested party in the matter. Okay. But the two of them seem to have been having a good relationship, governor, deputy governor. Yes. And now all of a sudden, people are saying, oh, Shaibu wants to be governor. He wants to succeed his boss. And Obaseki does not want him to also become governor. And now Wahala has started. But what exactly is the matter?
You see, particularly, both of them, I personally felt, particularly just before the last elections, that maybe the governor had ceded quite a lot, magnanimously, to Philip, because both of them were almost like Siamese twins in terms of their political engagement and relationship. But I think what has come is this. You see, we cannot remove the politics from the location, from the locale. In Edo State, I think all of us, a lot of us, that includes me as a person, I am a little uncomfortable that Philip wants to run for governor. Because although we are seemingly homogeneous, Philip is from the same village with Oshomole. It's like Pedro now, I wanted to be governor once upon a time. Now my elder brother is now governor, and he leaves office, and I want to be governor. I think that was where the whole thing might have started. But on ground, with all the things in Edo State in Benin right now, the real distancing started with the constitution of the present House of Assembly, just after that was June 2023. And at that, everybody in the state who knows what is going down knew that the deputy governor wanted to install a speaker who happened to have been not the one that the others, including the governor and the party structure, wanted. And if you trace the history of the relationship of Godwin and Philip as against the backdrop of the problems the PDP has been having, many people felt that Philip might have been maybe the finger on the trigger that caused the entire problem Edo State is having with the PDP. That is that I'm just saying that I am not speaking on behalf of Godwin. He has not spoken to me for, I'm sorry to say, quite a while. But that is the issue on ground. Which one are you sure? There is no art here to tell the mine's design, to tell the mine's construction on the face. Yeah. You have to take my word for it. That is just as it is.
All right. Okay. So with regards to the current relationship, how has the PDP waded into, because we haven't heard much from the party in terms of this crisis between the governor and the deputy governor. What is the role of the PDP ahead of the elections coming up in a few?
You see, the election is too far away for even all these things to be.
It's not very far away. It's 2024.
The swearing in is November 12, 2024. We are still in August 2023.
In political terms, it's like tomorrow.
It's like, yes, I agree with you. You see, the PDP, I am a chieftain of the PDP, both within the state and at the federal level. And we've been trying in the last few months, particularly as a fallout of our loss to the obedient movement within the state. We have to be frank with ourselves, to try and put all parties together again. And this one has thrown a wheel in that reconciliation, a spanner in that reconciliation wheel. I just hope that both of them, particularly the deputy governor, because we have to be frank, the deputy governor was the one who went to the public with a blazing can. Going to court, asking for an interim injunction. Now they want to ask for an interlocutory injunction to stop his purported impeachment, which is something unknown to law. So I feel that the two of them, they have had many baths in the shower together once upon a time. They can find a way so as not to continue to make Edo State a laughingstock or a continuous unending melodrama in the Nigerian political space. So the party itself now, as we so speak, as in the structure of the party within the state, seem to be almost 100% with the governor. And then those who were angry or angered by the dispensation that was presupposing that preceded the 2023 election also seem to be pointing an accusing finger at Philip. So Philip is almost more like a fall guy.
You don't sound unbiased this morning.
No, I'm being frank with you as it is. You want me to tell you what is not, does not exist?
I'm just saying.
I'm just telling you what they are saying. I'm not saying me. I play football with Philip every Saturday.
Okay.
So I'm closer to Philip in terms of one-on-one interactions than to my other brother. Yeah, I mean, even the age gap, me I not be friend. He's senior me with more than 10 years. You get my point? But Philip is my mate. I mean, I think I'm a couple of years older than he is. So I understand what is going down in the state. But the only thing that I know that will be a problem going forward is if they don't sheath the sword now. Some persons, which Philip might be, will be the collateral victims of this, because the governor is not going to run again. But Philip wants to run. And the forces within the state are against his running. That is a statement of fact. Edo State has 3 senatorial districts. The immediate past governor, Aliu Adams Oshiomhole, is from Iyamo in Esako West local government area of Edo State. Philip Shaibu is from Iyamo in the Esako West local government in Edo North senatorial district. Officially, Adams Oshiomhole is the son of Philip's father. That is officially, Philip's father adopted Adams. I'm not saying this, everybody in Edo State knows, as a 15-year-old in Kaduna, and trained him. So Philip and Adams are brothers on paper, officially, when he was adopted by ECWA, whatever church of West Africa, where Philip's father was a pastor. So, and when he died, we in Edo State in 2015, we did a state burial for the burial of the governor's father, of Oshiomhole's father. So I think that should be taken into prime cognizance. Now in Edo State today, the governor is from Edo South, which constitutes close to 60% of the population of the state, and more than 70% of its landmass. Edo South, Edo Central, however, have never been governor. They've been governor for a year and 6 months under Osarieme Osumbo, but they've never been, and Ambruzali. Yeah. You get my point? And historically, Edo people and Delta people, we always use the Esan, where they are from, which is I think they say it's a language. No, it's really more or less a dialect, because the linguistic differences between Edo South and Esan is less than the difference between mainstream Yoruba and Ijebu. Seriously.
They are very different.
No, it's much more reduced. Okay. The former governor of Edo State, Osumbo who is from Esan, his name is Osarieme Osumbo. Yeah. The present, the immediate past vice chancellor of Ambuzali University, who is Bini, is Osarieme Osadolo. So there is no difference. One we say Osamu Diame. So we are one.
Ties to Benin.
Yes. So if there is the need for us, if there's going to be equity and fairness, I don't think Philip should be running. Okay. But ambition is a personal thing.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, if you want to stretch the argument,
yes,
a lot of people will say the argument falls flat because we have had a country that hitherto used to have a Muslim-Christian balancing, but now has a Muslim-Muslim ticket.
Yes.
And it's still true. So some people will say...
Oh, is it true?
Barring the court encumbrances, they are barring the court encumbrances as we speak today. The president of Nigeria is not a Muslim.
I agree with you.
The vice president is not a Muslim.
I agree with you.
So some people will say is how strong the ambition is of the individual,
and how well it will be received by those who are going to cast their ballot.
Yes. So that's the balancing act. But I want to ask you an honest question.
Yes.
When Philip decided to fight his own brother, elder brother Oshiomhole, for your own brother, what did your brother promise him in return? Was it just to be a deputy governor for 2 terms? And afterwards, walk away and go face his political life?
Okay, I want to also answer you by answering you with the question you asked.
Don't be a Nigerian.
No, I won't be a Nigerian. I will be very empirical.
It's a Nigerian that answers the question.
No. Let me say this clearly. This is very clear. I started by saying there is no art yet to tell the mind's construction on the face. I don't know what had transpired behind Macbeth. Thank you, sir. What transpired behind the sanctuary of their locked doors. But I can tell you this. I was the principal negotiator to move Godwin and Philip from the APC. I am not a hearer. I am the principal. I will put it this way on public TV. I was the conduit. From the very first meeting with, I will call their names on air, with Ogadome, the late Raymond Dokpesi, the 3 senators, including Oyofo is alive, including Issa Brahmo is alive, that young man, Jude Magwe, they were seated. And the very first thing that was requested, it was at 2 a.m. in the night in Dokpesi's basement, was that they will give Godwin Obaseki the ticket. But he must, that was done with Autumn, as was done with Tambua, he must allow the PDP to bring the deputy governor. And I can tell you what Godwin Obaseki told us then. Go with your ticket. If Philip is not with me, I am not going with you. Are you getting my point? I was now beginning to wonder the level of commitment they both have to one another, or particularly the governor had to him. So the governor did not sacrifice him on the political altar so as to foster the governors, because on a very serious note, in terms of electoral value, Philip, from the arithmetic, may not be, he's a paperweight. I'm very sorry. That is arithmetically.
The paperweight?
Yes.
You said
deputy governor. Let me explain why.
Yes.
Because in the election that took place and all the elections prior or after that, Oshomole comes from the same ward with Philip. So in our election in 2020, in the ward, the deputy governor won his ward, his unit by 6 votes, lost his ward, lost his local government, and lost the entire senatorial district. So if you look at it, but the governor insisted. Now let's fast forward to 2021. Philip held the microphone in the president. We had called a meeting to split the party offices and the commissionerships and stuff. And Philip held the microphone in front of IU on public television. It was carried live on Arise, and said that he never wanted to go to the PDP if not for Godwin. And as a result of that, that was what spiked Wike's anger, and said, who the hell is this deputy governor? And Governor Godwin Obaseki I felt he crossed the line at that point to defend his deputy governor, took out pages in the newspaper to support his deputy governor. So I didn't even see this kind of wahala coming. So if anybody accuses Philip of being loyal,
what was
I'm saying
for the loyalty? What was supposed to be the reward for Mr. Philip Shaibu for his loyalty to Governor Obaseki that was so strong that made him fight his own brother Adams Oshomole?
No,
so what was the reward?
You see, I'm saying that it is Godwin that carried Philip along, not the other way around. You have to get this clear.
But it takes two to tango.
Yeah, I agree with you. Then finally, let me just drop. Okay,
we have just 2 minutes to go.
Okay, sir.
Just 2 quick clarifications.
Yes.
You just told everybody on television
that
the Edo State government sponsored the burial of Adams Oshomole's father.
Yes, it was a state burial, right?
State burial.
Yes.
For a man who had no connection with the state. Was that right?
No,
that's
no,
quickly.
No,
there's a second question.
Yes.
Number 2 question. Is it in Governor Obaseki's right to dictate to the Edo people who should be governor? Should he not allow the Edo people to choose who they want to vote for, irrespective of political calculations? They cannot dictate that.
Okay.
That would be presumptuous. Yes. It's not in his place to do that.
Okay, number 1, I will answer the first one. I said Philip Shaibu's father is the official father of Adams Oshomole.
Why would somebody's father get state burial?
We were all involved. It was the governor Papa died.
So the state paid for it?
I don't know whether the state paid for it. I'm not in the state.
No, you people have to return that money.
Go and tell them to go and tell Adams Oshomole. I'm not in government. I've still not been in government. Number 2, the governor did not strike this. You have to understand. This issue of whether Philip should ride or not is a direct result. It's concomitant on Philip going to court saying he wants to be impeached. I'm sure nothing was in the public domain prior to that, because he wants to run for governor. And I did not give you the governor's view. I gave you mine, personal, as an indigene of the state, and based on the political arithmetics of my state, why I feel Philip should run. The person who has been presumptive, speculative, and maybe premature was the deputy governor going to court for an interim injunction, asking that the court should stop a process that has not started. That is unknown to law.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Don Pedro Obaseki, for shedding light on the political situation in Edo State.